Hi everyone, this is Dr. Nitin Chhoda and welcome to this important episode of Ignition Time. I appreciate you being a viewer, I appreciate you being a subscriber. If you learned something new from this video, please consider clicking the like button. Please subscribe and please enable notifications because that really helps out the YouTube algorithm. In this video, I'm going to go over three things. Number one, House Speaker Pelosi essentially secured the nomination to lead House Democrats amidst a narrow majority for House Democrats in the House that has emerged since the election because the Democrats actually lost seats in the House, but she's still going to continue as House Speaker. Now, some in the Democratic Party have actually openly wondered whether the 80-year-old House Speaker Pelosi, the California Democrat, still plans to step down in 2 years. But for the foreseeable future, I just want to be clear, Nancy Pelosi is expected to continue as House Speaker and lead the now narrower Democratic majority. Also, I'm going to give you some latest comments from House Speaker Pelosi as far as the stimulus negotiations are concerned, and then we'll answer a rather interesting question that was actually raised by Politico. Please don't blame the messenger, it was raised by Politico. The question is Trump done being the president based on some of his recent actions? With that being said, let's just jump right in. Now, I want my viewers and subscribers to understand that House Speaker Pelosi is running unopposed for Speaker of the House, but I just want our viewers and subscribers to understand that she'll still have to get 218 votes on the floor of the House in January to officially become Speaker, and that is slated to happen. And she has a much narrower majority to work with this time after the Democrats lost more than half a dozen seats in the November election. She has not entertained the possibility of stepping down, and that is where things stand right now as far as House Speaker Pelosi is concerned. Also, speaking of Speaker Pelosi, you'll see a tweet on your screen from Speaker Pelosi which reads as follows: communities nationwide are being devastated by the dual public health and economic crisis brought about by COVID-19. For the sake of our country, it is time for Leader McConnell to come to the negotiating table and work with Democrats to deliver relief for suffering Americans. Keep in mind now, it's Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell on one side, there he is. Hello, Senate Leader, and his House Speaker Nancy Pelosi on the other side. These are the two individuals who will decide the next stimulus package. In fact, House Speaker Pelosi wrote a letter to the Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell, and you'll actually see that letter on your screen right now. We will provide you with a copy of that letter, which is included in House Speaker Pelosi's tweet in the description section below. One thing unique about our channel is that all our references, all our resources are always listed in the description section of every video. You can go to every video. So here's a letter on your screen, and the most important aspect of the letter is this particular paragraph, which I'm going to read out for you right now. Earlier this year, during negotiations with Secretary Mnuchin and Chief of Staff Meadows, we agreed to compromise on a relief package and lowered our request by $1.2 trillion. Now, what House Speaker Pelosi is talking about is coming down from $3.4 trillion, which is a whopping amount of money in the original version of the HEROES Act, coming down to $2.2 trillion, which is the reduction of $1.2 trillion that House Speaker Pelosi is referring to. I'll continue reading the letter. Since that time, you have lowered your proposal from $1 trillion down to $500 billion, despite the consensus from economists and experts that the country requires a much larger injection of aid. Meaningful relief requires aid to schools, small businesses, and individuals where the virus has torn through communities and left many stranded without help. Hospitals need more support to help save those who are sick, and state and local governments need funding for essential workers and to distribute vaccines. Millions of unemployed Americans and those facing eviction and hunger demand action from their leaders. The time to act is upon us like never before. So House Speaker Pelosi is essentially urging Senate Majority Leader to come to the table and get something done. Let me know what you think of this initiative from Speaker Pelosi to try and urge Leader McConnell to come back to the table. So there is Leader McConnell. Hello, Leader McConnell, and there's Speaker Pelosi. Hopefully, the two can come together, and then we can have some sort of a consensus as far as stimulus is concerned. So now the question is, where is the president in all of this? If you remember, the president before the election said, we'll have a large stimulus, I want the largest stimulus package, I want something larger than the Democrats. And even since the election, the president has essentially, for the most part, not been involved, but he has sent out a tweet asking for more relief. So one tweet from the president, but many tweets about the election interference. So clearly the president's president's priorities are somewhere else right now. But what are the president's priorities going forward? Let's take a closer look based on an article from Politico. Don't blame the messenger, based on an article from Politico, and I'll provide you with a link to that article in the description section below. So here's an article on your screen from Politico which came out today, and you'll find the link to the article in the description section below. Is Trump done being president? President Trump has hardly made a public appearance since losing the election. So what's the president doing these days? The president is clearly out of public view. He has been firing some people. He's been complaining about what he calls a rigged election, a stolen election, and he's been doing a lot of things that indeed are making some people on Capitol Hill nervous. Now, the president has also been playing golf. The president has hardly made a public appearance since losing the election. Today, the president has nothing on his public schedule, and this has been among several days since the election where the president did not have anything on his public schedule. So I just want our viewers and subscribers to know that the president cancelled his Thanksgiving trip to Mar-a-Lago, and the president is going to remain in the White House presumably at that time. The president did fire a DHS official who said that the election was safe and secure, and Chris Krebs tweeted out, "Honored to serve, we did it right, defend today, secure tomorrow, protect #2020. He also fired the defense secretary, and the CIA director was essentially sidelined by the president. The president and his administration have not engaged with Congress. I want to be clear, they have not engaged with Congress about the stimulus negotiations, about new measures to fight the pandemic. They seem to be focused on contesting the election, and the administration has, at the time I'm recording this video, has not essentially gotten closer to allowing the Biden team to begin the transition. Now, keep in mind, the House Majority Leader, Kevin McCarthy, did suggest that the election is driving toward a Joe Biden victory. He said the election is driving toward a Joe Biden victory, and Republican senators, I just want our viewers and subscribers to know, were actually fist bumping Kamala Harris on the Senate floor in the past 24 hours. It appeared to be, them congratulating her for the election. So, it seems like a lot of Republican senators don't want to say that openly. They don't want to aggravate the president. But, again, we can see what's happening in front of us, and you can be the judge for yourself. And the president did, now I want to be clear, the president did in the past 24 hours congratulate the Wayne County, Michigan Board of Canvassers for failing to certify the election results. However, hours later, they did indeed certify the election results. So here's a tweet on your screen from the president where he's congratulating the Wayne, Michigan Board of Canvassers for failing to certify the election results. But I want to be clear, hours later, they did indeed certify the election results. And here's an article on your screen from the Washington Post's Robin Givhan, and this is what was mentioned in the Washington Post. The president is golfing and exercising white male privilege. Gosh, listen, you be the judge. I'm reporting what's happening in various news sources. Speaking of various news sources, let's talk about the Wall Street Journal. The Wall Street Journal basically ran an article, and here's the headline of the article: "Rage against the voting machine. Trump blames the results on Dominion systems. Where's the evidence?" And here I'm quoting from the Wall Street Journal. President Trump has so far been unwilling to concede to Joe Biden, and his latest argument is that the voting machines must have been rigged. Where's the evidence? By the way, this is from the Wall Street Journal, which tends to lean conservative. Where's the evidence? Strong claims need strong proof, not rumors and innuendo on Twitter. So that's where things stand right now, everybody. Let me know what you think of President Trump's recent actions, or I should say lack of actions, and President Trump's major focus on questioning the integrity of the election while we are in the middle of a pandemic, while the country still desperately needs stimulus, and while things are shaky at best. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. As always, you'll find a link to all our resources in the description section below. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. My name is Dr. Nitin Chhoda with Ignition Time. I appreciate you watching. If you don't know anything about me, please check out my video. You'll learn more about who I am, what my journey has been like, and why you should listen to me. We release videos at 2 p.m. East Coast time most days of the week. That's 2 p.m. East Coast time. Get your cell phone out, send a text message with the word ignition or with the word time, either word, to 70,000, that's 70000, and you'll get added to our SMS alerts list going forward. You can opt out of the SMS alerts list at any point in time. You can also, if you want, get added to our email list. Simply go to ignitiontime.com/alerts. That's ignitiontime.com/alerts, and you can get added to our email list. Now, you can also, if you like, follow us on Instagram. Our Instagram handle is ignition_time. That's ignition_time. And if you want, you can also follow us on Twitter. Our Twitter handle is also ignition_time. That's ignition_time. Now keep in mind, YouTube does not always send out notifications on time, so please make sure you bookmark youtube.com/ignition time. That's youtube.com/ignition time, and this way you can visit the homepage of our channel and watch our videos at any point in time that you want. So please make sure you do that. As always, you'll find a link to all our resources in the description section below. Please comment, because our community is growing. It's very intelligent, it's very vibrant, it's very respectful. It's a bipartisan community where we all work together on exchanging ideas about the country, about the economy, and about money, because that's what this channel is all about. Again, please comment below and participate in our growing community. If you learned something new from this video, please share this video with friends and family. And also, finally, if you learned something new, please ignite that like button, please ignite that subscribe button, and please then gently tap that notification button so that you can get notified whenever we release new videos, because after all, the name of our channel is Ignition Time. Thank you so much for watching. I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next episode of Ignition Time. Don't forget to click like, subscribe, enable notifications, because that really helps out the YouTube algorithm. I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next episode of Ignition Time. Thank you so much.